Episode 1 Echoes is our first post Light and Dark Saga experience, and to be honest, it's been kind of mixed. It's been some good, some been some bad. It's supposed to replace seasons episodes, but they honestly feel the same to me. They just feel a bit more drawn out, and they have a bit more content, which isn't really a bad thing in my opinion. But before I get into what I dislike, I want to get into what I like, and start off the loot, which for me is somebody who likes to collect a lot of guns and collect the shit. Loot is very important to me. I like it when my loot is good and worthwhile to chase. And they released so many weapons throughout this act. It's like more weapons than any other act they've done or season, whatever. And it feels very nice having a whole bunch of stuff to add to my arsenal. And felt playing the activities made them feel more rewarding. And I also liked very much that the Season of Dawn weapons were uncraftable, because that made getting good rolls on them very, very, very nice. It made the chase worth it. It felt like getting the Brave weapons, because there really isn't that much of that in Destiny anymore, because you can basically craft everything, and once you get the crafted shit for the activity, you're usually like tapped out. That's how most people are. And when we get uncrafted stuff that like changes that, it's pretty nice. Some highlights for me, Lost Signal, the nade launcher, the area of denial. I really like it when Bungie adds new stuff to the sandbox, freshens stuff up a bit, makes playing the activities, like I said, more worth it. Makes the chase better. I also really liked it, line in the sand, like I was mentioning, the Season of Dawn weapons, like not being craftable. I felt super happy when I got that line in the sand, and I really hope they do more of that, And like, for example, even though I don't use my line in the sand as much as my apparent action I got, like getting that line in the sand was way more exciting for me. Just because like with the apparent action, like I just spammed out my engrams and I got it like right away, right when it came out. So, not that fun, but with that being said, apparent action, another highlight for me, even though the chase wasn't that good. It was using it very, very nice. Heal clip is super nice in endgame activities. I would use that shit. And next up for me, which this is the best thing for me from this act, was activity variety. And having a wide variety of activities that were all pretty rewarding is very nice. Because let me take you back to a time when that wasn't. Season of Plunder. Oh my, that even talking about it makes me wanna. I fucking hate that season more than anything on this planet. I swear. But anyway, my big gripe with it is there was these two activities. There was the map fragment activity and catch crash. And catch crash took a decent amount of time. It wasn't necessarily a bad activity. It just took a decent amount of time. You only got like one drop. So it really didn't feel worth it. And not to mention, before you could open the chest in Catch Crash, you had to do this stupid ass map activity. You had to get the map fragments, and you had to get 10 map fragments to open the chest. And you had to do both the activities. So you'd sit there grinding out these activities 25 minutes just to get one chest. And let me tell you, the weapons that season were not that good. The only one you wanted was the scout rifle. And after you got the scout rifle, you were just doing it because you had to for the story. And there was 1 week. You had to do it 5 times in 1 week to progress the mission. And oh my god, bro. I literally wanted to rip my hair out. That shit made me so mad. Like, in this season, sharp contrast. All 3 of the activities, Breach Executable, the Battlegrounds, 4 of them. Battlegrounds, the collecting one, I don't know. I don't know what you want to call the first one. And then the exotic mission. Like, they're all rewarding in their own sense. They all give good rewards. And the expert modes are even more rewarding, which is another thing I really like. You should be rewarded for playing challenging content. And I'm very happy that Bungie has been doing that recently. And I hope they continue to do that. I saw in the TWABs, it looks like they are. So that is a good thing. Yes, like as compared to Season of Plunder to now, it feels like I'm talking about caveman times to like the fucking modern cities, Cyberpunk 2077 or something. I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying. But it's just, having good activity variety with good rewards, very important thing. And I hope we never have to go back to a time like Season of Plunder. I got a little heated there, but I'm sorry. Season of Plunder gets me heated. Next thing we're gonna get into is the samples, which I think was like their way of replacing fishing as like the thing, like the collectible season thing, because I think they're trying to do something different for each of the acts, you know, and like having the specimens being able to be collected like while you're doing the activities and having everybody get them, like if somebody else gets them, you get them, was genius because it made it not annoying, and it also you didn't have to go out of your way to do the, you know, like you had for fishing. You didn't have to go out of your way to do it. You would just do it in the activity, and also you get a very high amount of rewards for depositing at the pod. And at the pod, that's where I work. I work at a place, and our thing's called the pod. I just I don't know why I said that, but what's it called? I meant to say the helm. Um, the side tangent, but I work at a concert venue, and it's like a storage crate, but we just call it the pod. Anyway, I meant to say the helm. You go to the helm, and you deposit it there. You get decent glimmer. You get shit that gives enhancement cores. You get all this stuff. Very, very, very nice. And I didn't have to go out of my way to do it. And I also like how the specimens were displayed in like the helm after you did them. Very nice touch. I hope they like do that more. Like, you know, pretty dope. And also the upgrading through the research quest, like I like that a lot more than like doing some stupid ass seasonal challenge. Oh, my cat wants to leave my room. I'll open the door. Oh, bye, kitty. But anyway, like I was saying, it's better than doing some stupid seasonal challenge, because I could do this while I'm playing the activity, and you know I'm getting rewards. I don't know. I liked it. I liked it very much. Next thing I liked very much, Encore. Very beautiful exotic mission. The lore was kind of scary, you know, murdering your own spouse a whole bunch of times for, you know, just whatever. That's crazy, man. And I really like it when Bungie flexes their storytelling muscles, and I hope they do more of that, you know, in the future. Pretty dope. Yeah, there were some issues with that mission for me, but I'm gonna get into that when I get to the bad. I also liked the season pass more. Like, I felt like it was more rewarding, and I felt like I got a lot more bright dust and bright engrams, and I feel like that is a very important thing for the player base to have. More bright dust, more bright engrams, more cosmetics, because this game is very much also a fashion game. It's a game where you collect guns, but you also collect armor, and it's pretty annoying that they gate off most of the armor behind like the Eververse store. So they should at least make the Eververse store more accessible, which I'm happy that it seems like that's what they're doing. But yeah, it seems like, at least for me, I might be tripping, but I feel like I got a lot more bright dust and a lot more bright engrams this season. I also like that there was more than 10 weeks of challenges. It's pretty nice, because, you know, with the seasons, we'd be done with the challenges like halfway through. But this is all the good for me. Now let's get into the bad. Pacing. The pacing for this episode was fucking dog shit. Dog peen. It was bad. Horrid. Like, after the final shape came out, literally everybody I know, and me myself like included, we all tapped out of Destiny just because of how like uninteresting and how boring that like the Act 1 story was for this episode. And like after a big DLC like that, and like hearing news like layoffs, we do not need that. That is not something we need, man. We needed a good thing to lead us into the next saga, because Bungie, like, they can mess up like this, and like a lot of us will come back, but every time they mess up, some people don't come back. And if they keep doing that over and over again, that's why the DLC sales are going down. They keep driving away people by disappointing them. And yeah, it's pretty annoying, man. But yeah, like I said, I had some issues with Encore, and I really liked the mission. But my only issue is that every time they add a new exotic for like the season, it's like an exotic mission. You have to do it 3 or 4 times to get all the catalysts, and like I don't have a problem with that, but it's like every single exotic mission. Like I remember back then, like there used to be like the dope ass last word mission. You had to go duel this dude. Like it was so dope. Such a dope mission. And now all these missions are, you literally just do the exotic mission. You have to do it 4 times. Like I said, I don't have a problem with that, but it's just when they do it like every single time. Like I remember when there was good exotic quest, Like, I don't know why they only have to gate those behind the DLCs. Used to have those in the seasons. Another thing, layoffs, man. They just got so much money they got millions to retain their staff, and they still had the layoffs. And I know why. It's because of their corporate greed, but they can't keep doing this. They fired Michael Salvatore. Like, dude, that dude has been helping carry this franchise for the past 10 years. Like, what are they thinking? Like, I don't know, man. They gotta get that together. They need to get their corporate greed figured out. And like, you're not a Destiny player unless you're worried about the future. But I'm not gonna lie, guys. This is the most worried I've been in a long time, because it's not. They gotta do something to get people back. And also, the last thing I don't like is the 10th anniversary. Like, they gave out an ornament set, which is pretty nice, but really, dude, that's all for the whole 10th anniversary. Like, I get that you might have had to release Pantheon and Onslaught early because it was like meant for 10th anniversary. That's like the tinfoil hat theory. But like, even still, just an armor set? Like, come on, dude. Come on, man. But yeah, I honestly would give this episode like a 7 out of 10. Because as far as like post like launch DLCs, like seasons that come out right after a DLC, it's not pretty bad. Usually the seasons that come out directly with the DLC are pretty shit. So in terms of that, it's not pretty bad. But like I said, we needed something good. We need something good to lead us into the next big mystery. We need something that'll like make us want to play for the future. And I hope they set that more up in Act 2 and Act 3. Because, I don't know, we need something. We need the big mystery, man. Like, yeah, I've been playing Destiny for, like, since I was in middle school, and I'm in my second year of college now. So I have a lot of opinions on the game. I've done like all the exotic missions, Destiny 1, Destiny 2. I've done like everything, so I have a lot to talk about on the game. So if there's anything else you want me to talk about, let me know. I have a lot of opinions. But thank you for watching. If you stuck around to the end, Bungie. If anybody at Bungie's watching this, please bring back Wrath of the Machine. Please.